Hey, thanks for tuning in. In this video, we're going to talk about the end times prophecy that we missed. There is a prophecy in the Bible about the end times that most of us have just completely missed. It has largely been either forgotten, dismissed, or otherwise ignored. And it's in a place in the Bible that we might not normally expect to find prophecies. And it's an important prophecy, somewhat in part due to the fact that it actually tells us how to bring that about. It actually says what the input from us is going to be in order to bring this prophecy about. Let's go into Deuteronomy 30. And it shall be that all of these words shall come on you, the blessing and the curse, which I gave before you. And you shall cause to return to your heart in all the nations which Yahuwah your Elohim caused to compel you toward there. The Israelites have been scattered throughout the nations, and they continue to be scattered throughout the nations to this day. And during this time, the blessing and the curse has been upon them. And you shall return unto Yahuwah your Elohim, and you shall listen in his voice, as all which I am commanding you today, you and your children, in all of your heart and in all of your vitality. And Yahuwah your Elohim shall return your captivity, and he shall have compassion on you, and he shall return, and he shall gather you from all of the peoples which Yahuwah your Elohim caused to disperse you toward there. If your dispersion shall be an edge of the skies, from there Yahuwah your Elohim shall gather you, and from there he shall take you. The Israelites have forgotten their Elohim, their master, their father. They have forgotten him, and they have not yet returned to what he has commanded. They have not yet returned to all which was said to them. But in the future, they will listen to him. And even if their dispersion is to the edge of the sky, they will be gathered and they will be brought into the land. And Yahuwah your Elohim shall cause you to come to the land which your fathers occupied, and you shall occupy her. And he shall cause good to you, and he shall cause you to increase from your fathers. And Yahuwah your Elohim shall circumcise your heart, and heart of your seed, to love Yahuwah your Elohim in all your heart and in all your vitality, to purpose of you living. And Yahuwah your Elohim shall give all of these curses on your enemies and on ones hating you, which they pursued you. And you shall return, and you shall listen in voice of Yahuwah, and you shall do all of his commandments which I am commanding you today. The Israelites are going to be brought into the land that their fathers occupied, the land of Canaan. The modern state of Israel only contains a very small percentage of the land of Canaan. They have not occupied the land of Canaan. They have not occupied the inheritance which Abraham was promised. They have yet to receive that, and they are not living under the blessings of the land because they do not live in peace. They do not live in all of the land of Canaan. They have not occupied it, and they have not received the blessings of it. But in the future, they will be gathered from all of the nations, and they will be brought into the land of Canaan. and they will return to all of his commandments, which are commanded, as we will see. And Yahuwah your Elohim shall cause you to reserve in all deed of your hand, in fruit of your womb, and in fruit of your beast, and in fruit of your ground, to good, that Yahuwah shall return to rejoicing on you to good, as which he rejoiced on your fathers, that you shall listen in voice of Yahuwah your Elohim, to guard his commandments and his enactments, the ones written in book of this Torah, that you shall return to Yahuwah your Elohim in all of your heart and in all of your vitality. In the future, the Israelites are going to return to their Elohim in all of their heart and in all of their vitality. And in doing so, they are going to be caused to return to the land of Canaan. They are going to occupy the land of Canaan, and they are going to receive many blessings as a result and be caused to multiply even further. The reason that this is going to occur, according to Deuteronomy 30:10, is because they return to his commandments and his enactments, the ones written in book of this Torah. The Torah is the law. It is the biblical law which was commanded through Moses. It is the law that still applies today. It is the law that is not allowed to be added to, and it is not allowed to be taken away from. It still applies to this day because it applies all of the days. The law still applies, and the law is the reason why the Israelites will return. They will return to the law. They will return to following after their Elohim in all of their heart and in all of their vitality. And then they will be caused to be brought into the land as was promised to them and to Abraham.